Hi, everybody. So, I just wanted to talk about something since Easter is coming up tomorrow. Rabbits. Subject near and dear to my heart. I've had rabbits in the past. I've got Cola Bunny right here, right now. This was recorded the day I actually picked her up over a year ago. And rabbits, there really are. But you need to be prepared if you're going to get one, which is why I say don't get one as an Easter gift for a child or whatever if you're not prepared for what that's going to involve. Um, First of all, however much you might pay for them from, the animal shelter you pick them up from or whatever pet shop you grab them from, it might seem cheap and they're no cheaper than any other animal. Um, First of all, spaying and or neutering is very important. Females need to be spayed, else they tend to die from reproductive tract disorders at a fairly young age, five-ish or so. But if you get them fixed, they'll live to 10 years or more if you take proper care of them. And that's what you really want. And if that's not what you want, don't get one. Um, Males and females tend towards territorial behavior. Once again, getting them fixed helps that a lot. If you're not prepared to deal with this, however, don't get one. Um, they have really, really strong instincts towards digging and chewing. Um, um, Wires, etc., power cords, charging cords, all sorts of stuff like that. They will chew the rubbery buttons off of remote controls. Um, if you're not prepared to deal with this, don't get one. They need time to run around and exercise every day, 3 minimum. Usually supervised is better, but you can totally train a rabbit to be free, to have it be free roam, but you do require a fair amount of rabbit proofing of your home. Um, a lot of that involves wrapping up any wires and cables that are going to be at the rabbit's access levels, floor level or a couple feet higher. Something that's resistant to chewing or digging because they'll do that. Another thing, of course, is rabbits will try to dig up and tear up carpet. It's just their instincts. Much about it. It's what they are. If you're not prepared to deal with that, please don't get one. Please. They're very social animals. They require time with, people and or other rabbits. Um, they are. However, they don't. And I know they're adorable creatures. They really are. But they generally don't like being picked up or cuddled. They tend to like being petted, especially nose rubs. But yeah, don't try to pick if they're not keen on the idea. Don't try to pick them up and you're gonna hurt them doing that. And in the process, you're gonna scare the crap out of them too. And that's another thing. When a rabbit gets scared or angry, it will fight back to defend itself. They're not malicious animals. They're not going to, do something to hurt you or injure you because they enjoy your pain. They're going to do it because they're scared or you've done something to make them really angry. And they have sharp claws and sharp teeth, and they can do a number on you if they feel it's necessary. And they have the mindset of a 4-year-old. I've frequently said having a rabbit around 4 year, they can be really rewarding too. I mean, they're incapable of intense joy. They're social. They'll come along and just nudge you with their nose, at low. You know, it's just the way they are. So yeah, I will definitely say they're wonderful animals, but be prepared. Um, There's a lot of information on the internet. If you take proper care of them, they will live 10 years or more. Um, Food pellets get a bad rap because a lot of people keep rabbits in too small of an area and give an unlimited supply of pellets, and rabbits will eat out of boredom, just like people will. If they get plenty of exercise and you make sure you don't overfeed them with pellets, they'll be fine. That pellets are a good way to make sure that they get a fairly balanced diet, but you definitely want to give them, like some green leafies, um, lettuce, especially romaine lettuce, red romaine, spinach, um, sometimes broccoli, whatever. Apples and carrots make great treats for them. Try not to give them to them too often, though. Once again, rich in sugar and they'll get fat. And while a fat rabbit might seem like an adorable idea, it's bad for their health. Um, if you end up with a rabbit, and whether it was a bad decision to begin with, or an uninformed decision, or
So I
someone
had to take a little
gifted
bit of a
it,
slice
and
off the
you've
apple
just
before she
decided
really
you
dug
cannot
into it.
take care of
I don't
this
know if she
animal.
just couldn't smell
Either
it
you
with the
don't have
skin
the time,
intact,
or the
or if
money,
she just
or the
wasn't
animal
sure
is
how
too
to get started
destructive,
on it.
troll it,
But
or you
once I
don't have,
sliced a piece off of
a
it,
proper place to keep the animal where it
oh, she
won't
knew what it
destroy
was and how to go
everything.
at it then.
Shelter,
Juicy
your
little monster.
local SPCA,
Huh.
whatever. Don't release it out into the wild because they're domesticated animals. They're
Who is my pretty
reliant on
girl?
humans for food
Who
and
is my
care
pretty
and
girl?
some place to live.
The apple
And
muncher.
for most domestic rabbits, their color in the wild. They will get
Yeah.
eaten by a dog, a cat,
Yeah.
a hawk, an owl,
There's
a
a good
coyote,
girl.
a fox, a wolf. If you're living in areas where there's
Thankfully, she
wolves,
free roams
anything will, just about everything
most of the
out there
time,
eats them.
so she has plenty
It's
of
just the
opportunity
way
to
it
burn
is.
off all that sugar that she eats. Because this apple,
But
it's a lot of sugar.
yeah. So let me see. I covered getting them fixed.
That's
I
okay.
covered,
I'm not
how they
above
can be
Bryce's cold
destructive. I
bunny a little
covered,
bit.
be careful
I
with
know
how
she
you
loves it.
handle them. They are prone to back and leg
That was
injuries
probably cemented the
if
first day I got her when I
improperly
gave her half
handled.
a
So
banana.
about that.
I got that on footage too. She
But if you can
devoured it.
get past all of these hurdles that I've just talked about, and take
Speaking of
proper
which, she's
care of
taking
the
a
animal
good
for
sized chunk out of
animals
this
to have
apple.
around, they are absolutely adorable. They are delightful little mischief makers. Um, and they can really brighten your day, sometimes in the most unexpected ways. Oh, geez. Sometimes they'll sometimes just randomly run around in like huge loops around rooms because they can. Cats are also prone to that. Um, Sometimes they'll do this weird little twisting jump in the. It's referred to as a binky. They're happy as hell when they do that. Um, and it's the most
All the
amazing thing.
noms.
And yeah, they're sweet, gentle animals. They're very quiet. They don't vocalize, though they can make noise by chewing on things, rattling their cages or pens if they're not happy about being in there. Every now and again, they'll do this thing. They'll thump. That whole thumper thing from Bambi, yeah, they can totally do that. In fact, thumps can be quite loud, and there have been people who found out the hard way that if a rabbit is sitting on top of you when it decides to thump, that's going to hurt. They're a lot stronger than they look. Cola right there, she
So,
can
yeah.
drag stuff around that's 2 or 3 times her
National
size
Rabbit
with
Day, everybody.
very little difficulty. But yeah, just a little PSA, guys, and Happy Easter, I guess. I don't know.
And for
Okay,
those that don't know,
later,
rabbits
fellas. Be
really
good.
are great animals. They really are. I mean, they're not as smart as cats or dogs. I mean, a rabbit's. I've said many a time that dealing with a rabbit is like dealing with an opinionated 4-year-old. That's about right. Also, you might notice these tufts of fluff coming off the side of Cola's head. Cola is a mixed breed. She's a Dutch lion head mix. And